Today we finally need to talk about something important. After all the Chapter 5 trailer drama, after 2 full days of silence, the developers have finally responded. Yes, some mob team members actually replied to the criticism. Let's break it down properly. First, Toby addressed the whole colorful game complaint. He said, "Our games have always had that toy-etic feel to them. Cause well, it's part of the lore related to using kids for experimenting. And whether you like it or not, that explanation makes sense. Look back at Chapter 2. It was colorful, bright walls, toy factory vibes everywhere. And back then, nobody was screaming that it doesn't look like horror. In the story, Playtime Company made these places colorful on purpose. The bright colors were meant to make kids feel safe before they were experimented on. That's literally part of the horror." Then a fan said they're worried the colorful aesthetic will ruin the horror vibe of Chapter 5. Toby replied, "You haven't even seen a quarter of the game. What you guys on about?" And honestly, he has a point. We've seen a 2-minute gameplay trailer, that's it. You can't judge an entire chapter based on a few selected clips that were clearly chosen to avoid spoilers. Now let's talk about the Garden of Banban comparisons. One fan posted a screenshot from the trailer and said, "It looks like something straight out of Garden of Banban." And we all know this wasn't just one tweet. There were hundreds of posts comparing Chapter 5 to Banban. Toby responded with, "Oh, that part, yeah, it makes sense on the lore, but you don't know about it yet." That response is actually important. He's basically saying that specific scene people are mocking, it has a lore reason, but they can't explain it yet because that would spoil the game. So again, trailer clips don't equal full context. Now, let's move to the biggest controversy of all, Lily. Most of the drama started because of her design. A fan asked Toby directly, "Hi, are you allowed to answer if in your opinion you think Lily looks better inside of the actual game? In the trailer, she looks really greasy, which might be where all the complaints are coming from." Toby replied, "Compression can make stuff look worse. In my personal opinion, the model in-game looks way better in detail. So according to him, Lily looks better in-game than she does in the trailer. Now does that mean her design changes? No, but it could mean the lighting, compression, and YouTube quality made her look worse than she actually is. Still, some fans simply don't like the design itself, and that's fair too. Not every character is going to hit for everyone, but here's the reality. The game is only days away. Whether you like Lily or hate her, nothing is going to change now. The models are locked in." Then someone asked Toby, "Do you like the game, and is it long?" Toby replied, "For me, it's my fave so far," which is expected. Developers are usually proud of their latest work, but still, that's confidence. And now, let's talk about the Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 banner drama. As we know, Mob updated both game banners, and both of them were made by Spencer. When the Chapter 2 banner was shown in Discord, someone said, "Holy glow up," and Spencer replied, "I'm very proud of how this came out." And honestly, he should be. The new banner design looks way better than the old one. Higher quality, better lighting, more detail. But of course, fans started hating for no reason again. Some people just don't like change. That's it. They say nostalgia, but the new banners are objectively more polished. Now, putting the drama aside, let's talk about some important Chapter 5 updates directly from the developers. A fan asked Spencer, "Spence, is this the final banner? Because usually you change it after the gameplay trailer releases, right?" And that's true. Usually, Mob changes the banner after the gameplay trailer drops. But this time, they didn't. Spencer confirmed that this is going to be the final banner. He also said they updated it to be higher quality. But other than that, yeah, this is the final version. So, no major redesign coming, just quality improvement. Now let's move to something more interesting. A fan asked Toby, "But Lily won't be like Mommy, right? Because she literally sounds and does the same thing as Mommy Longlegs in the trailer." And let's be honest, that comparison makes sense. Lily clearly has inspiration from early Mommy Longlegs concepts. You can see similarities in the stretching, movement, and tone. Toby replied, "Mommy is like a mother, and Lily is like a lily." Now what does that even mean? Probably a joke. He clearly didn't want to go deep into that comparison, but the point is, he didn't confirm they're similar in role. So Lily might look inspired, but she could function very differently in the game. Now here's the important part. A fan asked, "Bro, please answer, where is the red guy?" Everyone knows who they're talking about. The red character teased in the ARG and VHS trailers. The big red dude that was never fully revealed. Fans expected him to appear in the gameplay trailer, but he didn't. Toby replied with one word, "Who?" Then fans asked again, "Red big dude from the ARG that PW ran into?" And Toby responded, "I don't know who that is." Obviously, he's joking. He knows exactly who fans are talking about. He just can't reveal anything, and that actually makes it more interesting. If the red character wasn't shown in the trailer, that probably means he's important. important. Mob usually doesn't reveal major characters in gameplay trailers if they're tied to big story moments, just like they hide transformations and major spoilers in previous chapters. So my guess, that red character is bigger than we think. That's why they kept him out of the trailer. At this point, it's clear the devs are responding, but they're not going to spoil anything major. They'll joke, they'll dodge questions, but they won't reveal key story details before release. Now the real question is, what role is that red character going to play in Chapter 5? We're going to find out soon. And also, just a few hours ago, we got the Chapter 5 official song trailer. Yes, it's finally here. Take a quick look at the trailer. Now here's the interesting part. CG5 also revealed the official song banner, and in that banner, we can clearly see one of the wrong side animals. And the vibe of the song already feels darker. And since the full track drops right after the game releases, it's clearly tied to the main events of Chapter 5. And before we end this video, I want to give my final thoughts on everything that's been happening. Right now, we are only 4 days away from Chapter 5 releasing. After all the ARG updates, the VHS tapes, the teasers, the leaks, and now the gameplay trailer drama, we are finally at the finish line. But let's be real, in just 2 days, this drama completely exploded. Over 40,000 posts were made about it. That's insane. That shows how massive this fan base really is. When a trailer drops and the internet reacts like this, it proves one thing: people care a lot. Now I'll say this honestly, the drama has already cooled down a bit. The first 24 hours were chaos. Everyone was reacting emotionally. Angry tweets, comparisons, memes, arguments. But now, things are slowly becoming more calm. Here's my serious opinion. When you have a huge indie company with a massive fan base like Playtime, there will always be a group of people who criticize everything. It doesn't matter how polished it is. It doesn't matter how much effort went into it. Some people will always find something to hate. That's just how big communities work. And I actually believe this isn't the end. When Chapter 5 fully releases, the reactions will probably get even bigger, because then people won't just judge a 2-minute trailer, they'll judge the full gameplay, the horror moments, the prototype, Lily, Giblet, the ending, the pacing, everything. That's when the real opinions start. But that's normal. Every big release goes through this phase. Hype, backlash, debate, then people actually play the game and form real opinions. So right now, the best thing we can do is wait. Only a few days left. Very soon, we'll finally see the full picture. And don't worry, whatever happens next, I'll cover all of it for you. Now click on this end screen video. There I break down how the prototype's face might actually look and what we could see in the final boss encounter. Click now. I'll see you there.